Hey everybody, Cam Capital here with a video on AMC for Tuesday, April 27th. So we closed down today by 4 cents, 11.46 was the closing price. You see here on the 5-minute chart, well, we did get a positive move here in pre-market. But first thing, right off the gate in that pre-market move, we pushed that $12 area, 198. You can basically say we formed a double top there from yesterday's high at 11.96, pretty close. And usually when you get that big move right off the bat, between the aftermarket hours, pre-market, that first shot up usually acts as a resistance, and there's a sell-off point from there. MVIS is a good case of that today, right? So it pushed all the way up to $31 before most people had access to trade it at 4 a.m. or 7 a.m. on the East Coast. So you get that squeeze on really light volume, and then selling just occurs, profit taking happens. So really we're looking to get through that 11.98 area all pre-market. That first candle was the high, and then 11.9 kind of became that overhead resistance, and then you kind of had this stair step down into the open. Pushed all the way down to 11.53, but we held yesterday's close at 11.5 in the pre-market time frame. It was 6:15, so going into the open, but then buyers came in off that 11.50 hold, and we push up higher, get all the way to 12.2. So that's a good sign there. We put in that new high, but we're not able to maintain it. So really, these standard dev lines do move throughout the day. So this level was actually closer to the 1.5 into the 1 to the 2 standard dev during that time, but we sell off, and then we actually break through yesterday's high. Put a significant bounce, right? This is a pretty massive candle here, 50-cent candle. So it's incredible range this morning in the first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes. Then we get a retest, get a cup, basically form, another double top here in the 1206, 1208 area, and then roll over. So sellers are really holding this $12 area pretty strongly, right? We got that initial push through to 12.2 on high volume. In lower volume later in the day, we just didn't have that momentum, that oomph to get through it. And then we rolled over later throughout the afternoon, pretty large fade, and kind of followed GameStop as well, as we'll look at that. But then power hour occurs, and get some buyers come back in, gets us briefly over the close price, got a last test, and then your typical last 5 minutes a day with algorithms, high volume, sells us off lower, close right below the 9 EMA, and then we're now in this downtrend here after hours. Looks like we might get a retest here, the 9 EMA, shortly. So what does that mean for AMC? I think we get a better picture when we go out to the daily chart, daily time frame here. I see the dotted line here is just the close from yesterday, so I'll remove that. But from yesterday, right over the weekend, gapped up, moved outside the triangle here, and you see we pushed up today into this 1.5 standard dev area. So that could be looked at as an area of resistance, and it did act as resistance today in this area. And we look at the volume, got up to that 12.2 area, about 12.5, around 12.5. Got a larger area of volume compared to 12.25 to 12, right? So sellers are sitting at that zone and push this thing down. So really it's more of a function of volume in that area to get us higher. As you see here, volume on the day dropped 28 million, so 78 million yesterday to 50 million today. And if I can zoom in a little bit, you can see quite a bit more selling on the mixed volume indicator. So you can see the last 2 days we did get really wicky, candlestick wise here on the daily, and here now you would call this candle a spinning top. So market sentiment has changed, but we did have four green days in a row for AMC. The first time that's occurred since its prior move higher. Actually, just had 3 But I mean, maybe its first move, or all red candles on the day, the gap up on the candle. But we had 4-day strength. Not crazy to see some profit taking occurring. I think downside here, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if we try to test $11 again. Use $11 as support right at this 38.2 fib. But also we do have some area candles here, strength in the 11 teens, right? This one candle from the 12th, 1116. Candle here open 1127. High candle here 1125. So I think the 11 teens, 11 twos, where we bounced off of today, could be a good spot to mark as well. So when I make my charts tomorrow morning in pre-market, I'm definitely going to be tagging, the 4 points here. We're really close to yesterday, so I'll probably just put one at the 11.5 area again, mark the low, mark the open price, and then play my risk reward accordingly to that. Just check the weekly candle out. Still see here on the weekly, did break out of the candle, kind of pushed into the middle of the zone. Candle still green right now on the 2 days. Increased volume, right? So last week had a total volume for 5 days of trading, 160 million. Just 2 days this week, 128 million. So a lot more volume coming in this week. Look to see if that uptrending volume continues for the next 3 days. And then here you see volume picture, right? So here it shows a lot better on the weekly. The wall of volume sitting up at this $12 area, and kind of the void sitting at 11. So we could, wouldn't be incredibly outlandish to be kind of sideways here at $11 tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe at 1 or 2 inside days, and then a big swing Friday, being volatile with the monthly options expiring. So that's what I got for AMC. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you taking time to watch the videos, and we'll see you in the next one.